And we're still here with Mr. Clay Dirt himself.
Clay Dirt.
Yeah, it's a weird name, isn't it?
Yeah, it's funny.
But it's like an artist name, right?
Yeah, I mean, I chose Clay. Dirt was the porn studio in Sydney that chose that for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I read you have a lot of different name.
Yeah, I do.
I read you have also Ryan.
Oh yeah, Ryan. It's like, yeah, like to explain, to give a backstory for people not to think I'm completely crazy. The whole thing is that I've been writing this book for almost 2 years now, and it's a diary. So it's me, like, writing a diary, like a 16-year-old girl would do. But it's on Tumblr, so it's not very private.
Oh, okay.
And I started in France. When I was like this serious writer called Thomas, the one who does poetry and like the play when I was 17 and all of that. Yeah, and I decided to create this character to study self-promotion online and like roughly gay sex, like men who have sex with men, so not just gay people actually. And when I went to Australia, I kept writing the diary and I became a sex worker, and I, started porn and stuff. And Ryan, it's like Clay, so Clay, the porn guy in Sydney, but the European version of it, like the 2.0. Yeah. So it's the guy who does like strip and pole dancing, all of that. That's Ryan. Yeah.
And your diary is called My Boy's a Swirl of Bees?
Yeah, that's my diary. It's on Tumblr.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. You talked about self-promotion online.
Yeah.
Explain to me. Can I see porn?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much when I was living in Paris, I never really understood, like, what codifies being gay. Like, what, you're gay, so therefore you're going to have that in your life, or you're going to have to behave like that, or in a certain way. And our relationship to sex, for instance, well, gay men, like, paved the way for, like, so much, like, stuff, like, the way people hook up, Grindr, like Tinder for straight people now, all of that. So I never really understood any of it. So I started writing about sex, about like your interaction in sex, the way you are, the way it defines you or not, all of that. And I decided to broaden the field when I became a sex worker and a porn actor in Sydney. And now I'm back, and I'm still doing the book, but yeah, self-promotion, how people get famous, how you become Kim Kardashian, for instance. That always really interested me too.
Yeah.
So I mingled the two, like being gay and doing gay sex and understanding why people want to be famous like that. And that's how I created the porn persona, the guy who does porn.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing rap music, so I want to like take it to the next level as well.
Okay, that's like diverse, like
very different things.
Yeah, I know, but like the whole thing is like the book. I study this, and that's why I do this, and this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you call yourself a sex worker?
Yeah, I'm a sex worker.
How did that start?
I started in Australia. Like, I've always like thought about the idea, as a gay white male, like it's very easy compared to like being a woman, for instance, or being a woman of color. Like if I was a woman, I don't know if I would be a sex worker, because when you're a white male, it's very easy, because there's nobody above me, for instance. Like I'm my own boss.
Okay.
But like when you're a woman, you're always, sex work can be a dark place for women. But it's just started because I met this guy in Sydney, and I got into it, and that became my sole income for almost a year. So sex work and porn. And I've been back, but it's been difficult because the scene is different in Amsterdam. It's way, the money you make is like less compared to what I used to make in Sydney.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Amsterdam was all about, not all about, but I mean the scene. I thought.
Yeah, but there's so many guys, so it's so cheap.
Right.
Like my income in Australia, like the rates and stuff, it's divided in two compared to here.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's also like part of the journey, like me struggling, me going against society almost, not having a bank account.
Yeah.
It's like this whole big journey, and I have different outlets. There's the book, there's the porn, there's the photos that I do, there's the music that I'm going to start doing.
Okay.
I've already started writing lyrics, but you need time and like proof material. But all of that is one big journey against, not society, but try to live differently.
And have you always been fascinated about sex?
Well, I'm a Scorpio, yeah. But to give you like a key, like to understand what I do now, like I never masturbated until I was 18,
Wow.
and I'm doing porn now. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like extreme.
It's extreme. It's really
And that's me.
black and white.
Like, people who know me have known me forever. Like, I'm an extreme kind of guy. I'm a Scorpio for
So
that.
you know what I'm curious about is when gay people tell they're gay openly.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they like started with a girl or not, or they like knew from the start they were gay.
Well, I mean, like, for my private sex life, I'm bisexual, but obviously, now my whole like work is selling gay fantasies, being a porn actor, being sexy on command, like,
But
it's
how
weird.
would you combine that if you would have a girlfriend? How would you?
Well, maybe it's actually the perfect combination, the perfect balance.
Really?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it a lot because I've been with girls later than I've been with guys. It was like a later thing. But, if your whole life is like selling gay fantasy, you being gay and like selling everything about that, maybe the balance would be to have a girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like very strange to me because I'm like the really black and white person as in love, and I couldn't imagine someone genuinely loving girls and boys. Like,
Yeah, I understand.
could it like?
I understand.
Is there one?
But even just being a sex worker, like having sex for money and being proud of it because I really help people want to do it, like taking that as a real job. It's hard for someone to date me just for that.
Yeah.
Because I read you had a boyfriend who didn't approve of your sex life.
We broke up. It was very difficult, but just that, like, just the fact that we broke up because he got deported back to Australia after he lost his passport in Abu Dhabi, which is a chapter in my book. But all of that crazy shit that happens to you sometimes, and you're like, fuck, if only I did something with it.
Yeah.
Well, I've been trying to do something with that for like 2 years and try to make sense of all of that. Just like.
And is it just for you or just for everyone to see and know, like, this is how life could be?
Well, I mean, obviously, like, I can't be an example, or I can be like, my life is very specific, the reason I'm here, and like all of that, the background, we all have a very different past. But if I can help people, like, not struggling with sexuality, trying to understand more why we're here in this world and all of that, that's kind of like my mission as a writer.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm doing the book.
Oh, okay.
And even porn, I want to show beauty, sex, like beautiful sex that can be like pornographic, but it can just be beautiful. And that's why I do porn.
I'm very curious. Very curious.
We're gonna go to a break again,
Yeah,
play
of
some
course.
music, and then come back to you again.
Getmixed Radio.